Dismantling inner conflict. The inner conflict that you experience when it comes to manifesting your desires is wholly and completely located within the mind. The mind, the powerful mechanism, the powerful tool that is, how can we say, placed or embedded onto the being of an individual source expression in your third dimensional reality. The tool that is planted or placed or expressed as a part of your being, of the physical expression of your being. This is the home of the ideas that dictate your expressions. There is you who is at one with Source. There is the you that is your inner being that is at one with Source. There is the mind, which holds the ideas, the dominant ideas that drive your physical expressions. They drive the creation of the body. They drive the unconscious activities that are expressed through the body. And you can identify these unconscious activities, those expressions, those actions that you really don't have to think about anymore. In your driving activities, when you first learned to drive, it was a stressful event. It was a stressful encounter. But once you play and practice at it and get time behind the wheel, it becomes more effortless. Well, this is because it has become a dominant idea. Every facet of driving has become a conglomerate of thoughts and images that are lodged within the mind, and they have become unconscious. And they're unconscious now, unconsciously driving and creating your ability to drive stress-free. You drive, you're aware of all the vehicles around you, you converse with friends and family in the car, you turn the knob, you change the station, you sing, you listen to the radio, you notice the rainbows, you see the beautiful views, all the while you're driving at a high speed in a truly dangerous situation. But you don't think about that at all, because the driving experience has been lodged as a dominant idea, and the correct processes, the correct behaviors, the correct actions of you as the driver have been lodged in your mind as a dominant idea that is now being expressed through you. So you don't have to think about it. You can do all of these other things without having to think about driving. Effortless. Now, what you don't realize is that every area of your life has been programmed, or you have programmed into your mind the idea that is being expressed through you. Your experience in relationship, your financial circumstance, your recurring health circumstances, your experiences in your careers or in your business, success, failure, beauty, joy, love, hate. All of these things have been programmed into you, either by others or you have programmed them into yourself on purpose or not on purpose, toward what you want or toward what you don't want. And now these dominant ideas that exist within your mind drive the creation of your experience. You can hear evidence of these dominant ideas in the words that you speak, in the language that you use, in the positions that you fight for, in your relationships, in your politics. You can hear evidence of the dominant ideas in your emotions, in the expression of certain emotions, the emotions that you feel on a normal basis over other emotions. These are reflections of the dominant ideas. If you more often feel excitement and joy, or you more often feel frustration and anger, these are evidence of those ideas within your mind that are dominant. They are not evidence of the purity and the power and the perfection of your inner being. They are evidence of the ideas that have been sown and cultivated within your mind. And if these ideas are not aligning you with source energy, then they stand to be slated for release. Because as one who is a practitioner of the law of attraction, as one who is seeking to identify source within them, as one who is seeking to uncover their God nature, to be powerful in the energies that they express that are reflected back to them, and to be powerful at manifesting their desires in their now physical reality. You must look to the mind for that which is resisting, that which is in conflict with the source of all things, with the source of the light that you are expressing, with your source beingness, with your God nature. You must look to those ideas that stand in conflict with that and begin the process of releasing them, of letting them go, of circumventing them in your cultivating of the highest frequencies and the highest tones that dismantle these ideas, that cause them to break up and be released. Just as the correct frequency can shatter glass, the higher frequencies, the higher tones in source can disintegrate and dismantle all conflicting ideas within your mind and body that were born of the lower frequencies and the lower tones. The hate that you hold, the frustration and anger that you hold within your mind and body cannot exist as you begin to express higher frequencies and higher tones. They will be dismantled. They will be dissolved. They cannot exist outside of the frequencies and the tones in which they were born. And within the vicious cycle of the creative process that is powerfully in motion at all times, you, when you were unconscious, were caught in this cycle, constantly feeling the feelings of the frustration and the anger, constantly experiencing the result of those frequencies as manifestations in your experience, and using the manifestations in your experience to further fuel the anger and the frustration and the hate that you feel on the inside. A vicious cycle. Well, you can cut into this cycle in your intending of expressing the higher frequencies, the higher tones, and connecting and knowing your God nature, your source beingness at any of these points. You can begin to see the beauty and the joy and the perfection in life in your experience and cultivate the feeling. Break into the cycle. You can begin to cultivate the feeling of beauty, of joy, and of love and perfection within your being. And that will cause you to see and begin to experience it in your outer reality, in the reality that is being reflected to you. You can break into the cycle there. You can begin to look to the ideas within your mind that are sourcing these negative experiences that you call negative, experiences that are appearing into your reality, and begin to work with the ideas, thus allowing you to express higher frequencies and tones, the less emotion and power these ideas have, thus allowing you to more consistently observe beauty and joy and love in your physical experience, in your physically manifested, reflected experience, thus breaking into the cycle there. Whichever one you're more inspired to do, whichever one feels more right to you, do that. It's the most powerful place, whichever one is right to you. And you begin to break into the cycle of how you feel, what you see, and what you believe, thus shifting, transforming the physical reality experience that you are creating. Dismantling the inner conflict. Dismantling the resistance is what we're talking about. For the frequencies, the tones that you are expressing are key, are core, are cornerstone to the reality that's being reflected back to you as experience. And you, as a God, as a creator, with the intention of mastering your frequencies, mastering your tones, knowing your God, your source beingness, uncovering your God nature as a creator, a manifester, must look to the frequencies and the tones that are your energy signature, that coat and undergird the experiences that are reflected back to you. This is how you dismantle the inner conflict. Thank you for the opportunity to share and support you from our now non-physical perspective. We are honored to be a resource to you as you experience and create and exist in the third dimensional reality that you have chosen for the experience of your soul and for the experience of the whole. We are here for you, in support of you, celebrating you, honoring you, and we love you beyond anything you can imagine. We love you, we love you, we love you. Thank you.